I mean, at the moment, I think I have the Guinness World Record, the most sued actor in history.
Sacha Baron Cohen. Depending on who you ask, he is either one of the dumbest comedians alive or the smartest. And honestly, both might be true. He's the man behind Borat, Bruno, Ali G, The Dictator, and the series Who is America? Projects so extreme, half the time you're wondering how on earth they even got approved.
USA, motherfucker!
He has been banned from countries, chased by angry crowds, and sued more times than any other actor in Hollywood. This is not a man with social anxiety. Social anxiety is afraid of him. But behind the funny outfit is one of the most important comedian of our time. Because what Sasha does is more than just comedy. He places people in uncomfortable situations and let them reveal who they really are. So today we are diving into the career of Sacha Baron Cohen, the most sued actor in history and possibly one of the most important comedian of 21st century.
Great success.
Sacha Baron Cohen was born in London in 1971. Before becoming a full-time clown, as he liked to call himself, he was a history student with a dangerous sense of humor. Even though his most famous character, Borat, is known for making fun of Jewish people, Cohen himself was raised in a Jewish family. He even studied anti-Semitism at Cambridge University.
Greatest university in world, where most famous men in world study. Isaac Newton, William Shakespeare.
And also Sacha Baron Cohen. After Cambridge, he trained under legendary teacher Philippe Gaulier. Gaulier taught him that the great comedy is stupidity performed with absolute sincerity, and Sacha took that way too seriously.
Not in the room yet, sir. Hold on.
This is not my room?
This is the elevator. It takes you to the floor where your room is.
It takes a true genius to play a believable fool. Cohen once said that his goal is not to attack individuals, but to reveal how people behave when they think no one is judging them. With his characters, he started creating situations where people can reveal their true selves. So he began exposing our society. Cohen first became famous as Ali G, a British roadman with absolutely no filter.
Now, Beckham, do you reckon the better the footballer you is, the fitter the girl you go out with?
Ali G was a parody of youth culture, but more importantly, he was a trap for famous people. He was loud, ignorant, but completely honest, interviewing some of the most famous people in the world. Donald Trump, David Beckham, and Kobe Bryant.
How many springs does an official ball have in it?
How many springs? It doesn't have any springs in it.
Well, how does it bounce then?
It's air. There's air in the ball.
Well, there's air in this room. How come this room ain't bouncing?
Most people didn't know whether to laugh or call security. In one famous interview, Ali G spoke to Buzz Aldrin, the second man who walked on the moon, and this is what he asked him.
Do you think man will ever walk on the sun?
No,
What happens if they went in winter when the sun is cold?
the sun is not cold in the winter.
By playing Ali G, Cohen realized something vital. When people believe they are speaking to an idiot, their filter vanish. They try to act nice, but in doing so, they reveal their true character.
It had a certain hardness to it. It wasn't just sort of silly jokes to people in power. It had the aim to undermine those in power.
Ali G became a cultural phenomena, leading to Ali G Show and a feature film. But more importantly, it created a new kind of comedy where the real joke isn't the character, but people's reaction. During Ali G Show, Cohen included segments of some of his other characters, one of which was Borat, who would later become his most famous creation, a journalist from Kazakhstan who interviewed people of Britain in his segment Borat's Guide to Britain. For example, he once visited an animal rights protest, which went something like this.
No, in Kazakhstan we shoot animals. We love animals too.
Why'd you shoot them?
For fun.
Or when he visited the University of Cambridge.
Half the world are women,
Yes.
and therefore half the intelligence, half the ability
Yes.
is with the women. The only difference is that they are not creative.
Yes.
Women haven't got creative minds.
It's true.
They can't think.
They cannot
through.
think properly.
No, they can't think.
Borat became such a great success that by 2006, Sasha would turn into a feature film, which till this day is still one of the most controversial movies ever made. For 1 year, Cohen traveled across America as Borat, interviewing real people who had no clue they were in a satire, all while pretending to make a documentary for Kazakh television. But in reality, it was a social study on human absurdity and an experiment exposing exactly what people really think when no one is watching.
Do you have slaves here?
No slaves. No slaves.
It is a shame.
And Borat.
Big
Borat.
shame. Big shame.
He once went to a rodeo in Texas, revealing what people in Deep South think about foreigners.
I see a lot of people and I think there's a daggum Muslim. I wonder what kind of bomb he's got strapped to him.
Yes.
And you probably aren't a Muslim. Maybe that's not your
No,
religion.
I am a Kazakh. I
Yeah,
follow the hawk.
But you look like one.
Borat proved that prejudice oftentimes hides behind politeness. The real chaos didn't end with the movie, it began after. Many people featured in the film sued Cohen, claiming they were misled or embarrassed. A group of fraternity members, a driving instructor. Not only that, Borat's hometown, which was recorded in the village in Romania, sued Cohen for being manipulated and not properly compensated, demanding $30 million in damages. And to top it all off, Kazakhstan government was outraged, feeling it portrayed the country as primitive, racist, and sexist, banning the movie upon its release. However, despite all the lawsuits, the truth was undeniable. Every laugh reflected something disturbingly real, not only about Americans, but also Western society in general. By doing these type of shenanigans and making it laughable, Borat brought to life the cultural ignorance of our time. In 2009, Cohen returned as Bruno, an Austrian fashion reporter designed to provoke maximum discomfort.
What do you say to the people out there who say that you are so powerful in your physique, have very powerful thighs and pectoral muscles, and wonder what your Schwanzenstücke is like? What?
Where Borat exposed racism, Bruno exposed homophobia. He infiltrated fashion shows, political events, military settings, and conservative media spaces. If you're wondering how far he really went, well, he once asked parents if their babies would be okay to hold guns for a photo shoot.
Is your baby fine with antiquated heavy machinery?
Yeah, she's fine. She's been around that.
Would she be fine to operate some?
Yes.
Great.
He also staged a cage fight that turned into a makeout session in front of a furious crowd. And he once went to the Middle East as a gay man to see how people would react. He even tried to make world peace as Bruno.
Let's try and get a solution, right? Will you, the Palestinians, agree to give the pyramids back to the Israelis?
This is in Egypt, not in Palestine.
I don't care where you put them. Give them back.
By 2012, Cohen had gone global and decided to test whether his satire could survive a Hollywood budget. His movie, The Dictator, was his first fully scripted comedy, playing General Aladdin, a parody of every Middle Eastern tyrant rolled into one character. At first glance, it looks like the movie is just poking fun at Middle East, using a helicopter misunderstanding about 9/11.
أنا ماماش متقاقع على محونيون شلي وانت بورشة أيوة 9/11 9/11 it's the best.
But beneath the chaos, there was a clear message. At the end of the movie, Aladdin is asking the crowd of Western politicians and military officials why they celebrate democracy, while their politicians are the ones dancing for big corporations.
Imagine if America was a dictatorship. You could let 1% of the people have all the nation's wealth. You could ignore the needs of the poor for healthcare and education. You could use the media to scare the people into supporting policies that are against their interests.
The movie works precisely because it reveals real issues. Even the so-called free world has its deceiving rulers. They're just wearing suits instead. Like all of his other characters, The Dictator showed us that a clown can deliver some of the harshest truth. In 2018, Cohen returned with his most ambitious project, Who is America? The concept was simple yet terrifying. It would use multiple disguises to reveal how America perceived itself. First, he disguised himself as an Israeli commando who convinced real lawmakers to encourage children to fire weapons, making a commercial that looks like this.
Now, Philip, will you show us how to feed Puppy Pistol?
Take his lunchbox and push it into his tummy like this.
Cohen even got a US state representative to do this.
Go, 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 go!
USA! USA, motherfucker!
And lastly, he tried convincing hardcore American citizens to build the biggest mosque in the world in Texas.
Nervous?
I'm absolutely terrified. I don't know what it is. It becomes addictive. I mean, we did this scene where I
pitch building a mega mosque.
The world's largest mosque outside of the Middle East. A hub for tourism for Muslims around the world.
We don't want that shit here.
If it feels like it's going to get violent, then you can't. The worst thing you can do is crack and then realize that you're playing a character.
Tell me about your dream mosque.
There is no dream mosque. We don't want a mosque.
Cohen got so many death threats that he had to wear a bulletproof vest, and of course, he was confronted with more lawsuits, most notably from the Alabama Supreme Court chief seeking $95 million in damages. After doing years of controversial stunts, every lawsuit has either been won or quietly dismissed. Of course, on the one hand, that's because Cohen's legal team consists of some of the best wizards in the world. But on the other hand, if you sue that many times, it means you are doing something right. Because being the most sued actor in history isn't a scandal, it's a byproduct of honesty. Especially in this day and age, Sacha Baron Cohen's comedy is incredibly important because he is using comedy to expose what logic can.
I'm not going to claim that everything I've done has been for a higher purpose. Yes, some of my comedy, okay, probably half my comedy has been absolutely juvenile.
Cohen's influence reaches far beyond comedy. He lectured at university, written essays on disinformation, and publicly challenged tech companies for amplifying hatred. Cohen is not here to provoke or make fun of people. He also takes responsibility as an actor in the digital age.
I'm just a comedian and an actor, I'm not a scholar, but one thing is pretty clear to me. All this hate and violence is being facilitated by a handful of internet companies that amount to the greatest propaganda machine in history.
And understands that the same tool used to spread humor can also spread harm. His comedy is reminding us that free speech isn't supposed to make you comfortable, it's supposed to make you think. In a world addicted to outrage, his comedy dares to ask, what if offense is actually healthy? Because if we can't laugh at each other, we'll stop talking altogether. Sacha Baron Cohen is maybe the most sued actor in history, but maybe he is also the most necessary.